Hi, my name is Jackson Ham, and today I'm going to talk about non-human computers. So, the main computer I'll be talking about is the IBM 7090, and it was one of the most widely used computers of its time, and it was known for its very high performance. And so, to put in perspective how fast this computer was, the 709, which was its predecessor, was 7 times slower, so it's obvious that it made a huge jump in performance. And also, its vacuum tube model predecessor, the 704, was 7.5 times slower. The company that created the 7090 was IBM, or International Business Machines, and the CEO at the time was Thomas J. Watson Jr., and he was the son of the founder of IBM. Okay, so when the 7090 was first advertised, it was advertised for its science and business uses and its high computing speed. And as a result of its exponentially higher processing speeds, the price grew exponentially as well. And it came in just under $3 million. And so it was reserved for large scale companies like NASA and prestigious colleges like Yale and Columbia University. And also, if you didn't want to buy it, you could rent it for $63,500 a month. Okay, so the picture on the left is a IBM 7090 at the Ames Research Center, and it really puts in perspective how large the computers were. And in most cases, there were whole rooms or even buildings dedicated to housing these giant computers. And on the right, there's a picture of a 7090 at Columbia University. And you can see that there are women in both pictures, which shows that even though men back then really were taking charge of all this, it shows that women were definitely influential at this time. So news coverage, there wasn't a whole lot of information about the release of the IBM 7090, but this news clip talks about how computers help with the overwhelming amount of information that scientists had to deal with, especially because back before they had computers, most people would have to do math by hand and they'd have to hire a bunch of human computers, and they did work at such a lot slower pace than non-human computers would do. And some notable achievements that were achieved with the help of the IBM computers were the Mercury and Gemini projects. And these projects really helped establish how essential a high power computer was, and it set the stage for the better known Apollo missions, which put men on the moon. The 7090 was also the computer that sang the Daisy Bell song, and it was used by the U.S. military and other militaries all around the world. Some major events during this time were the first man in space from the Russians, obviously, and the Apollo project put a man on the moon, and the Vietnam War was happening just after these computers were introduced. And some future impacts were the computers were used in a variety of environments, and the popularity of them grew exponentially because of the uses in the space race. IBM is still a major superpower in today's world, and the stocks obviously have grown a lot since 1986. And this is just a random fact, but SpaceX, they used the Linux operating system, so they relied on computers to put their people in space. And that's the last slide. So thanks for watching.